Have you ever stopped to consider the absolute impossibility of this moment? Not in a philosophical sense, but in a mathematical, physical, undeniable way. The chances of you being here, right now, watching this video, are so astronomically small that they border on the miraculous. Think about the chain of events that had to occur perfectly for you to arrive here. Your ancestors had to meet, against all odds, generation after generation. Wars had to be fought and survived. Migrations had to be navigated. Every decision, every chance encounter, every near miss and close call in your entire life, and in the lives of everyone who came before you, had to unfold exactly as it did to place you in this chair, in this room, at this precise moment in history. This isn't poetic exaggeration. This is physics. This is probability. The universe doesn't do random. It does alignment. And right now, as you feel the weight of your body in your seat, as you hear the sounds around you, as you process these words, you are experiencing not an accident, but a divine appointment. The universe just placed you in this exact moment because this moment contains something essential for your soul's journey. Something that couldn't be delivered at any other time, in any other way. The people who needed to break your heart broke it so you could develop compassion. The opportunities that fell through fell so better ones could arrive. The delays and detours that frustrated you were actually cosmic traffic control, rerouting you around disasters and toward destinies you couldn't yet imagine. You're here because here is exactly where you need to be. Not ahead of schedule. Not behind. Perfectly on time for what comes next. Divine timing isn't a spiritual concept. It's a law as real as gravity. Just as planets orbit in perfect synchrony and seasons change with reliable rhythm, your life follows an intelligent unfolding that knows exactly when to deliver each experience. Most people misunderstand divine timing. They think it means waiting passively for things to happen. But divine timing is active cooperation with the universe's schedule. It's showing up fully in each moment, trusting that this moment contains exactly what you need for the next. Think of your life as a symphony. Each note must be played at the right time for the music to make sense. You can't rush the crescendo. You can't skip the quiet passages. The beauty emerges from the precise timing of each element. Your frustration with waiting is like a violin demanding to play its solo during the flute's gentle melody. The entire piece would be ruined. The universe just placed you in this exact movement of your symphony. This might be a quiet, introspective passage where you're meant to reflect and integrate. Or it might be a building crescendo where everything is accelerating toward a breakthrough. The key is to stop fighting the tempo and instead learn to feel the rhythm of your own unfolding. Your current circumstances, whether you perceive them as good or bad, are the perfect preparation for what's coming. The universe doesn't make mistakes in its scheduling. That job you didn't get, that relationship that ended, that health challenge you faced, all were necessary rehearsals for the performance that's about to begin. How do you know why the universe placed you here? The clues are all around you, embedded in the details of this present moment. Most people miss them because they're too busy looking toward the future or regretting the past. Start with what's directly in front of you. The book that fell off the shelf this morning. The song that's been stuck in your head. The conversation you overheard that felt strangely significant. These aren't coincidences. They're breadcrumbs left by the universe to guide you to the reason you're here. Your emotional state right now is also a crucial clue. Are you feeling restless? Peaceful? Anxious? Hopeful? Your emotions are the universe's way of signaling what needs attention. Restlessness might mean it's time to move in a new direction. Peace might mean you're exactly where you need to be. Anxiety might be highlighting an area where you need to release control. The people who cross your path today are not random. Each interaction, however brief, contains a message or a mirror. That stranger who smiled at you, the colleague who frustrated you, the friend who called out of the blue, they're all part of the universe's delivery system for what you need right now. Even the challenges you're facing are signposts. The universe doesn't send obstacles to punish you. It sends them to strengthen specific muscles you'll need for the next phase of your journey. That difficult person in your life might be teaching you boundaries. That financial pressure might be teaching you resourcefulness. That loneliness might be preparing you for a deeper connection with yourself. The reason you're here, in this exact moment, is encoded in the details of your present experience. The universe is whispering to you through the ordinary moments of your day. The question is, are you listening? Knowing you're in the right place is one thing. Feeling it is another. This requires a shift from striving to arriving, from seeking to receiving. Here's how to align with the perfection of now. First, practice radical acceptance of your current circumstances. This doesn't mean passive resignation. It means acknowledging that where you are is where the universe has placed you for a reason. Fighting against your present reality is like swimming against a current that's trying to carry you exactly where you need to go. Second, become a detective of divine timing. Start looking for evidence that you're exactly where you need to be. Keep a journal of synchronicities, unexpected connections, and moments that feel strangely significant. You'll begin to see patterns emerge that reveal the intelligent design behind your journey. Third, trust the unfolding. When you feel impatient or frustrated with your progress, remind yourself that the universe's timing is perfect even when it doesn't match your schedule. The caterpillar doesn't understand why it must dissolve in the chrysalis before becoming a butterfly. Trust that your current state of transformation is necessary, even if the purpose isn't yet clear. Fourth, use this moment as preparation. If you're in a waiting period, don't waste it worrying about when things will change. Use it to prepare for the change you're anticipating. Study, practice, heal, grow, so when the universe opens the next door, you're ready to walk through it with confidence. Finally, practice deep presence. The more fully you inhabit this moment, the more clearly you'll perceive why you're here. Presence amplifies your ability to receive the guidance and opportunities the universe is offering right now. The universe placed you in this exact moment for reasons that extend far beyond your personal desires. You're here not just for what you want to receive, but for what you're meant to contribute. Your unique combination of experiences, talents, perspectives, and even wounds has prepared you to offer something specific to the world right now. The challenges you've overcome have given you wisdom that others need. The joys you've experienced have given you light that others are seeking. The people you're meant to help, the work you're meant to do, the love you're meant to share, all require you to be exactly where you are, exactly as you are at this precise moment in history. Think of yourself as a puzzle piece in a cosmic mosaic. Your edges might feel rough. Your pattern might seem unclear. But you fit perfectly into the larger picture exactly as you are. The universe doesn't make misfits. It makes perfect fits that don't always recognize their place until the timing is right. Your presence here matters in ways you can't possibly calculate. The smile you give a stranger today might change the course of their life. The work you do might create ripple effects that touch generations. The love you share might heal wounds you never knew existed. The universe placed you here because here needs you. This moment, this place, these people need the unique frequency that only you can bring. And you need what this moment brings to you. It's a perfect exchange, a divine reciprocity that fuels the evolution of consciousness itself. I know what some of you are thinking. If this moment is so perfect, why does it feel so wrong? Why does it hurt? Why does it feel like I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time? The universe's perfect timing doesn't always feel comfortable. Growth requires discomfort. Transformation requires dissolution. The most important moments of your life often feel like the most difficult while you're in them. If you're in pain right now, trust that this pain is serving a purpose. It might be breaking you open to make room for something new. It might be teaching you lessons that will later become your greatest strengths. It might be preparing you to empathize with others who will need your understanding. If you feel lost or disconnected, consider that sometimes the universe places us in darkness so we can learn to find our own light. The most profound discoveries often come when all the familiar landmarks have disappeared. Your discomfort doesn't mean you're in the wrong place. It might mean you're in exactly the right place for the transformation that's trying to occur. The universe's placements are based on soul-level needs, not ego-level preferences. To fully benefit from why the universe has placed you here, you must become a master receiver. Most people are better at striving than receiving. They know how to chase what they want, but not how to accept what's being offered. Receiving begins with opening your hands, literally and metaphorically. Unclench your fists. Release your grip on how you think things should be. Make space for what actually is. Next, practice gratitude for what this moment contains, even if it's not what you expected or wanted. Gratitude signals to the universe that you're ready to receive the gifts hidden within your current circumstances. Then, cultivate curiosity instead of judgment. Instead of labeling this moment as good or bad, approach it with wonder. I wonder why the universe placed me here? I wonder what this experience has to teach me? I wonder who I'm becoming through this. Finally, develop patience with the unfolding. The universe's timing operates on a scale far grander than your immediate desires. What feels like a delay might actually be divine protection. What feels like a setback might be setting the stage for a greater comeback. The universe placed you here, but what happens next is up to you. You have a choice in this moment. Will you fight against your placement, or will you lean into it? Will you resist what's unfolding, or will you cooperate with it? This doesn't mean passive acceptance of circumstances that harm you. It means discerning between what you can change and what you must accept. It means understanding that sometimes the universe places us in challenging situations not to endure them passively, but to discover our power by transforming them. Your power lies not in controlling every circumstance, but in choosing your response to each circumstance. The universe provides the stage and the timing. You provide the performance. In this moment, you have access to everything you need to take the next step. The wisdom, the courage, the resources, they're all present, even if they're not immediately visible. Trust that the universe wouldn't place you here without also providing what you need to thrive here. The importance of this moment extends far beyond your personal experience. Your presence here creates ripples that touch countless other lives in ways you'll never fully know. The choice you make right now, the attitude you adopt, the awareness you bring, these don't just affect you. They affect the collective consciousness. Your peace contributes to world peace. Your healing contributes to global healing. Your awakening makes it easier for others to awaken. The universe placed you here because your specific frequency is needed in the collective field at this specific time. You are a unique note in the cosmic symphony, and your note is essential to the harmony of the whole. When you feel small or insignificant, remember that the universe doesn't create unnecessary elements. Every star in the sky, every grain of sand, Every human soul has a purpose in the grand design. Your presence here is both intentional and essential. The universe just placed you in this exact moment. This is not a theory. This is not a spiritual bypass. This is a physical, mathematical, energetic reality. You are here because here is where you need to be. The people, circumstances, challenges, and opportunities surrounding you are not random. They're perfectly arranged for your evolution and contribution. Your work is not to question the timing, but to explore the purpose. Not to resist the placement, but to discover the possibility. The universe has delivered you to this threshold. What happens next depends on how you choose to cross it. As you continue watching, the universe is attempting to deliver something to you. Not tomorrow. Not when circumstances improve. Not after you've healed or grown or become worthy enough. Right now. In this exact configuration of your life. Most people miss these deliveries because they're expecting a certain packaging. They're looking for grand signs, dramatic interventions, or obvious opportunities. Meanwhile, the universe is quietly placing its most precious gifts in the most ordinary moments. The conversation you had this morning. The frustration you felt yesterday. The quiet moment of doubt that visited you last night. These aren't random experiences. They're delivery vehicles carrying exactly what your soul needs next. Think of your current life situation as a custom-made package from the cosmos. Every element, the people, the challenges, the opportunities, even the limitations, has been precisely selected and arranged to deliver specific soul nutrients you require for your next evolutionary leap. The universe doesn't make generic shipments. Each delivery is personally addressed to you, timed for your exact state of readiness, and contains precisely what you need, not necessarily what you want. The pain you're experiencing might be delivering resilience. The uncertainty might be delivering trust. The limitation might be delivering creativity. The universe's deliveries often come in disguises because the most valuable gifts are those we would never think to ask for, but desperately need to receive. The universe delivers through 3 primary messengers. Most people recognize only one. If any, learning to recognize all 3 transforms your ability to receive what's being sent. The first messenger, circumstance. Your external circumstances are not random occurrences. They're the universe's most blunt, yet effective, delivery system. That job you lost? It might be delivering freedom from a path that was too small for your soul. That relationship that ended? It might be delivering the space for a deeper connection with yourself. That health challenge? It might be delivering the urgency to finally prioritize your well-being. Circumstances are the universe's way of physically rearranging your life when you've been unwilling to do it yourself. They force movement where there's been stagnation. They create openings where there's been closure. The key is to stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this delivering to me?" The second messenger, intuition. While circumstances deliver through external events, intuition delivers through internal whispers. That gut feeling, that sudden knowing, that quiet pull toward or away from something. Intuition is the universe's subtle delivery system, designed for those who are paying attention. Your intuition is constantly receiving downloads about your next right step, people who carry important lessons or opportunities, and dangers to avoid. Most people dismiss these whispers because they don't come with logical explanations. But intuition doesn't need to be understood, it needs to be followed. The universe is always broadcasting guidance through this channel. The question is whether you have your receiver turned on. The third messenger, synchronicity. Synchronicities are the universe's way of saying you're on the right track. Those meaningful coincidences, those perfectly timed encounters, those numbers that keep appearing, they're not random. They're confirmation that you're in alignment with the cosmic flow. When you experience synchronicity, the universe is delivering validation and encouragement. It's reminding you that there's an intelligent force operating behind the scenes, coordinating events in your favor. The more you acknowledge and appreciate these synchronicities, the more frequently they occur. They're the universe's way of having a conversation with you through the language of perfect timing. Every experience, every person, every circumstance in your life right now contains a specific delivery. Here's how to decode what's being sent. If you're experiencing resistance or obstacles, the universe might be delivering resilience, determination, or the motivation to find another way. Obstacles often appear not to block your path, but to ensure you develop the strength needed for what awaits you. The resistance is the delivery. If you're feeling lost or confused, the universe might be delivering the gift of emptiness, the fertile void where new possibilities can take root. Clarity often emerges from fully embracing confusion. The lost feeling is the delivery. If you're in emotional pain, the universe might be delivering depth, compassion, or the breaking open necessary for healing to enter. Pain often carves out the space where joy can later reside. The heartbreak is the delivery. If you're experiencing success and expansion, the universe might be delivering the opportunity to practice stewardship, generosity, and humility. Success tests character as much as struggle does. The abundance is the delivery. If you're in a period of waiting, the universe might be delivering the lessons of patience, trust, and timing. The waiting isn't empty space, it's active preparation. The pause is the delivery. The key to decoding is to look beyond the surface appearance of your experience and ask, what quality is this situation inviting me to develop? What strength is it calling forth? What limitation is it asking me to transcend? The answer is the delivery. Knowing what's being delivered is one thing. Actually receiving it is another. Most people stand at the delivery door but never open it. Here's how to become a master receiver. First, the posture of openness. Literally and metaphorically, adopt an open posture. Uncross your arms. Relax your shoulders. Open your hands. Breathe deeply. The body's posture directly influences your ability to receive. Resistance lives in tense muscles and constricted breathing. Reception flows through relaxed openness. Second, the prayer of readiness. Instead of praying for specific outcomes, pray for the capacity to receive what's being sent. I am ready to receive whatever wisdom this situation contains. I am open to the growth this challenge offers. I welcome the transformation this moment brings. This shifts you from controlling to receiving. Third, the practice of allowing. Much of our suffering comes from resisting what is. The practice of allowing means consciously relaxing your resistance to the present moment. If you're in pain, instead of fighting it, breathe into it. If you're confused, instead of frantically seeking answers, settle into the not knowing. Allowing creates the space for the delivery to land. Fourth, the art of extraction. Every experience contains multiple potential deliveries. Your job is to extract the highest possible gift. When faced with a difficult person, you can extract lessons in boundaries, or compassion, or self-respect. The art is in choosing to extract the gift that most serves your evolution. Fifth, the ritual of integration. Once you've identified the delivery, integrate it consciously. If the delivery is patience, consciously practice patience throughout your day. If the delivery is courage, take one courageous action. If the delivery is self-love, speak to yourself with kindness. Integration turns the delivery from a concept into a lived reality. Some deliveries feel less like gifts and more like explosions. The diagnosis, the betrayal, the loss. In these moments, it's natural to question whether the universe has your best interests at heart. During my own darkest night, when multiple life pillars collapse simultaneously, I remember screaming at the sky, "What possible good could this deliver?" It took years to understand that the devastation was delivering the foundation for my life's work, the depth for my relationships, and the compassion for my healing practice. The deliveries that feel like bombs are often the ones that contain the most powerful transformations. They shatter the structures that have become too small for your soul. They clear the ground for what wants to be built. They deliver the kind of truth that can only be received when all illusions have been stripped away. If you're in the middle of what feels like a catastrophic delivery, your only task is to breathe, to survive, to trust that meaning will emerge in time. The universe never delivers pure destruction. Even in the midst of devastation, it's planting seeds that will eventually grow into forests of meaning and purpose. To become proficient at receiving the universe's deliveries, practice this daily scan. Morning preparation, 5 minutes. Upon waking, set your intention. Today, I will remain open to all deliveries the universe sends my way. I will look for the hidden gifts in every encounter. I will receive with gratitude and curiosity. Midday check-in, 2 minutes. Pause around midday. Ask, what has been delivered so far today? What people, circumstances, or feelings have arrived? What might they be carrying for me? Evening review, 5 minutes. Before sleep, reflect. What were today's primary deliveries? Did I receive them fully? What resistance did I encounter? What might I need to receive tomorrow? This simple practice trains your awareness to spot deliveries that would otherwise go unnoticed. It shifts you from being a passive victim of circumstance to an active participant in your own evolution. Right now, as part of humanity, you're also receiving collective deliveries. The world's challenges, the global shifts, the cultural transformations, these are not just background noise. They're deliveries to your soul as a member of the human family. The anxiety you feel about world events might be delivering a call to action. The grief you carry for collective suffering might be delivering the gift of deepened compassion. The hope you feel despite evidence might be delivering a vision of what's possible. You're not just receiving personal deliveries. You're receiving what the collective soul needs you to receive. Your personal awakening contributes to planetary awakening. Your healing creates a ripple in the collective field. The deliveries you receive and integrate don't just transform you, they transform the whole. As you become more skilled at receiving, you can begin to refine what gets delivered. This isn't about controlling the universe's shipments, but about upgrading your receiving capacity. When you consistently receive deliveries of fear and process them into courage, the universe begins sending more challenging deliveries because it knows you can handle them. When you receive deliveries of lack and transform them into abundance consciousness, the universe trusts you with greater resources. Your receiving capacity is like a muscle that strengthens with use. The more you consciously receive and work with what's delivered, the more sophisticated the deliveries become. The universe is an intelligent sender that matches its shipments to your demonstrated capacity to receive and utilize them. The universe has placed you in this exact moment because this moment contains specific deliveries essential for your journey. The people, circumstances, challenges, and opportunities surrounding you are not random, They're custom-designed delivery vehicles. Your work is not to control what gets delivered, but to master the art of receiving. To meet each experience with open hands and a curious heart. To trust that even the most difficult deliveries contain precious soul nutrients. You've felt it, haven't you? That subtle shift from being a passenger to recognizing you're holding the map. That moment when receiving the universe's deliveries no longer feels like enough, and something deeper within you stirs, asking, "What now? What will I build with what I've been given?" This is the sacred transition from passive receiving to active co-creation. The universe has placed you here, delivered exactly what you need, and now extends the ultimate invitation to become its partner in designing what comes next. This isn't about taking control away from the cosmos, but about joining forces with it. Not as master and servant, but as collaborators in the magnificent unfolding of your destiny. Think of yourself as having been in a profound apprenticeship. You've learned to recognize the universe's placements. You've developed the skill of receiving its deliveries. Now, you're being promoted to creative partner. The universe provides the raw materials, the circumstances, the insights, the opportunities, and you provide the vision, the action, the courage to build something entirely new. Right now, in this exact moment, you stand at the drafting table of your future. The universe has laid out all the materials you need. The question is no longer, "Why am I here?" or "What am I receiving?" but "What will I create with what I've been given?" Co-creation requires 3 specific tools. Most people try to build with only 1 or 2, wondering why their structures keep collapsing. Tool 1. Vision anchored in feeling. Your vision must be more than mental pictures. It must be anchored in the specific feeling of already living that reality. Most people visualize what they want but feel the absence of it. True co-creation requires feeling the fulfillment, the joy, the peace of your vision as if it's already real. When you generate the feeling of your desired reality before it manifests, you create an energetic blueprint that the universe can follow. This isn't pretending. It's pre-living. It's sampling the emotional frequency of your future so powerfully that your present reality has no choice but to rearrange itself to match. Tool 2. Inspired action. Co-creation isn't manifesting from your couch. It's meeting the universe halfway. Inspired action feels different from forced effort. It flows. It comes with energy and clarity. It often feels surprisingly easy, even when it's challenging. The key is to take the actions that feel aligned, not just the ones that make logical sense. That conversation that pops into your mind, have it. That opportunity that appears unexpectedly, explore it. That creative impulse that visits you at 3 a.m., honor it. Inspired actions are the universe's way of guiding your hands in the building process. Tool 3. Surrendered attachment. This is the most misunderstood tool. Co-creation requires holding your vision firmly while releasing your attachment to how and when it manifests. You provide the what. The universe handles the how. Most people fail at co-creation because they micromanage the process. They decide exactly how their vision should look, what path it should take, and when it should arrive. This is like telling a master architect exactly which bricks to use and in what order. You're not building alone. You're collaborating with infinite intelligence that knows shortcuts and possibilities you can't possibly imagine. Building your next chapter requires specific architectural principles. These aren't rules as much as universal laws that ensure your creation stands the test of time. Foundation first. The inner state. Your outer reality will always reflect your dominant inner state. Before building anything external, You must establish the internal foundation. If you want abundance, you must first cultivate the feeling of abundance within. If you want loving relationships, you must first become the source of that love for yourself. The universe matches your being, not your wanting. Your inner state is the foundation upon which everything else is built. A shaky foundation creates a shaky reality, no matter how beautiful the structure appears. The blueprint: clear intentions. Vague desires create vague results. The universe responds to specificity. Instead of, "I want to be happy," try, "I experience deep fulfillment through meaningful work and nourishing relationships." Instead of, "I want more money," try, "I easily generate abundant resources that support my purpose and allow me to contribute generously." Your intentions act as the architectural blueprint. The clearer your blueprint, the more accurately the universe can help you build. But remember, clarity isn't rigidity. Your blueprint should outline the essence of what you want to create, not every minute detail of how it should look. The building materials: present moment resources. You don't need resources from the future to start building today. The universe always provides exactly what you need for the next step. Look around at your current circumstances. Every person, every skill, every resource available to you right now is a building material for your next chapter. The frustration most people experience comes from wanting step 10 materials when they're only on step 2. Trust that as you build, new materials will become available. Your job is to fully utilize what you have now to build what comes next. Co-creation is a dance between your will and the universe's flow. When you find the rhythm, it feels like magic. When you're offbeat, it feels like struggle. Step 1. The clarifying. Get crystal clear about what you want to create. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Feel it in your body. This is you declaring your creative intention to the universe. Step 2. The releasing. Once you've clarified your intention, release it. Let it go completely. Trust that the universe has received your request and is now working on the how and when. This release isn't passive, it's an active trust in your co-creative partner. Step 3. The listening. After releasing, become intensely present and listen for guidance. That intuitive nudge, that synchronicity, that unexpected opportunity, these are the universe's responses to your intention. The listening phase requires patience and attention. Step 4. The acting. When guidance comes, act immediately. Don't overthink. Don't second-guess. Take the inspired action that presents itself, no matter how small or illogical it seems. Your action demonstrates your faith in the co-creative process. Step 5. The receiving. As you act, remain open to receive. The universe will meet your actions with corresponding support. Resources will appear. People will show up. Opportunities will emerge. Receive them with gratitude. Step 6. The cycling. Return to step 1 with the new awareness and resources you've gained. Co-creation is a continuous cycle, not a linear process. Each completion becomes the starting point for the next creation. The space between your old reality and your new one is often messy, chaotic, and uncomfortable. This is the construction zone, and most people panic here. In the construction zone, the old structures are dismantling while the new ones aren't yet complete. You might feel exposed, vulnerable, and uncertain. This is normal. This is necessary. You can't build the new while clinging to the old. If you're in the construction zone right now, here's how to navigate it. First, trust the process even when you can't see the progress. Construction often happens beneath the surface before anything visible emerges. Second, protect your energy. Construction zones are chaotic. Maintain your inner peace through meditation, nature, or whatever grounds you. Third, focus on the next small step rather than the finished project. Overwhelm comes from looking at the entire blueprint at once. Fourth, celebrate small progress. Each brick laid, each wall raised, is a victory. Acknowledging progress builds momentum. Fifth, remember that discomfort is temporary. Construction zones aren't meant to be lived in permanently. They're transitional spaces between what was and what will be. There will be moments when it seems like the universe has abandoned the project. The resources dry up. The inspiration vanishes. The progress stalls. In these moments, it's crucial to understand what's actually happening. Sometimes, what feels like failure is actually divine redirection. The universe might be closing one path to open a better one. The delay might be protection. The obstacle might be steering you toward a more aligned direction. Other times, the apparent failure is an invitation to upgrade your skills or strengthen your foundation. The universe won't let you build a skyscraper on a foundation meant for a cottage. What feels like rejection might actually be preparation for something greater. If co-creation feels stuck, ask yourself these questions. Is my vision aligned with my deepest values? Am I taking inspired action or forcing outcomes? Have I released attachment to the how and when? Is there a lesson in this delay that I need to learn? Is the universe redirecting me to something better? Often, the solution isn't to push harder but to surrender deeper. To trust that even the stalls and setbacks are part of the co-creative process. What you're co-creating isn't just for you. Your personal evolution contributes to collective evolution. As you build your new chapter, you're actually helping to write a new chapter for humanity. Your courage gives others permission to be courageous. Your healing creates healing templates that others can access. Your success demonstrates what's possible. You're not just building a better life for yourself. You're expanding the collective imagination of what human life can be. This is why co-creation matters so deeply. It's not a selfish pursuit. It's your sacred contribution to the awakening of consciousness itself. The universe needs you to create boldly because your creation inspires others to remember their own creative power. The universe has placed you here. It has delivered exactly what you need. Now it extends the ultimate invitation to become conscious co-creators of your reality. You're no longer just a recipient of circumstances. You're an architect of destiny. The raw materials surround you. The tools are in your hands. The cosmic collaborator stands ready to assist. This is where it all comes together. Not as a technique to practice, but as a reality to inhabit. Not as something you do, but as someone you become. The ultimate shift from occasionally touching magic to living magic as your natural state. Living as a conscious co-creator means something has fundamentally changed in your relationship with reality. You no longer wait for signs because you recognize everything as a sign. You no longer seek permission because you understand you are the permission. You no longer hope for miracles because you have become the miracle. Think of everything we've explored so far as training wheels. Necessary, supportive, but ultimately limiting. Now the training wheels come off. What remains is the pure, unmediated relationship between you and the cosmos. Not as separate entities trying to coordinate, but as one intelligence expressing through multiple dimensions of experience. The universe placed you in this exact moment not to arrive somewhere else, but to recognize you've always been home. Not to become someone new, but to remember who you've always been. The seeking ends here. The finding begins now. Living as a conscious co-creator rests on 4 foundational pillars. These aren't practices you implement, but perspectives you embody. Pillar 1. Radical responsibility. This isn't about blame or shame. It's about recognizing your power as the constant in every equation of your life. When you live as a conscious co-creator, you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "How am I creating this experience? What within me is calling forth this circumstance? What aspect of my consciousness is being reflected here?" Radical responsibility means understanding that your outer world is a perfect mirror of your inner world. If you don't like the reflection, you don't try to change the mirror, you change what's being reflected. This is the ultimate empowerment, recognizing that you are the source of your experience, not the victim of your circumstances. Pillar 2. Continuous conversation. Living as a co-creator means being in constant dialogue with the universe. Not through formal meditation alone, but through every moment of your day. The traffic light turning green as you approach, the perfect song playing at the perfect time, the unexpected phone call that solves a problem, these aren't coincidences. They're responses in an ongoing conversation. The universe is always speaking. Your job is to stay tuned to the frequency. This means maintaining a state of receptive awareness throughout your day, noticing the subtle guidance, the gentle nudges, the synchronistic winks. The conversation never stops. You just need to remember to listen. Pillar 3. Trust in the unfolding. This is perhaps the most challenging pillar. It requires trusting the universe's intelligence even when you can't see the pattern. Even when things appear to be falling apart. Even when the path disappears beneath your feet. Trust isn't blind faith. It's earned wisdom based on repeated experiences of the universe's perfect timing and intelligent design. Each time you trusted and were met with grace, each time the perfect solution emerged from what seemed like certain failure, each time a better outcome emerged than you could have planned, these experiences build the foundation of unshakable trust. Pillar 4. Playful experimentation. Serious spirituality creates rigid co-creators. The universe responds better to playfulness than to pressure. When you approach co-creation as an experiment rather than a test, you remove the stakes that create resistance. Living as a conscious co-creator means maintaining a sense of wonder and curiosity. I wonder what will happen if I try this? I'm curious how the universe will respond to that. Let's see what emerges when I approach the situation with love instead of fear. Playfulness keeps the channel open. Seriousness constricts it. Living as a conscious co-creator isn't about occasional peak experiences. It's about establishing a daily rhythm that keeps you aligned with your creative power. Morning, setting the frequency. Your first waking hour sets the tone for your entire day. Instead of reaching for your phone or diving into problems, spend these precious moments consciously setting your frequency. This might include 5 minutes of feeling the reality you want to create, speaking your intentions aloud with conviction, moving your body in ways that generate vitality, expressing gratitude for the co-creative partnership. The key is to establish your vibrational home base before the world tries to dictate your frequency. Midday, course correction. Throughout your day, periodically check your alignment. Are you operating from fear or trust? Lack or abundance? Separation or connection? When you notice you've drifted from your chosen frequency, gently correct course. This isn't about judgment. It's about navigation. Simple questions to ask. What frequency am I broadcasting right now? Is this aligned with what I want to create? What small shift can I make to return to center? These micro-corrections throughout the day maintain your co-creative flow. Evening, integration and appreciation. Before sleep, Review your day not for what you accomplished, but for how you co-created. Acknowledge the moments of alignment. Appreciate the universe's responses. Learn from the moments of resistance. This is also when you plant seeds for the next day. As you drift to sleep, feel the reality you want to create tomorrow. Don't visualize details, generate the feeling. Your subconscious is most receptive during sleep, making this a powerful co-creative window. Living as a conscious co-creator isn't always easy. There will be days when the connection feels weak, when the universe seems silent, when your creations appear stalled. These aren't failures. They're part of the rhythm. When you feel disconnected, during periods of disconnect, return to the basics, breathe, feel your body, notice your surroundings. The connection never actually breaks, you just become unaware of it. The fastest way back is through presence, not effort. When creation seems stalled, if your creations feel stuck, examine your alignment. Are you broadcasting mixed signals? Are you taking inspired action or forcing outcomes? Sometimes the universe delays manifestations because you're not yet ready to handle them gracefully. When doubt creeps in, doubt is natural. Instead of fighting it, invite it to tea. Hello doubt, what are you here to teach me? Often doubt carries important messages about areas where you need to strengthen your foundation or clarify your vision. When you're tempted to take back control, the urge to micromanage the universe is the ego's last stand. When you feel this impulse, it's a sign you've slipped from trust into fear. The remedy is to take one small inspired action, then consciously release the outcome. As you live as a conscious co-creator, your power evolves through distinct stages. Stage 1. Beginner's luck. In the beginning, you'll experience dramatic, obvious co-creations that feel like miracles. These are the universe's way of building your trust and demonstrating the reality of this partnership. Stage 2. The testing ground. After initial success, you'll enter a period where things become more challenging. Your creations may stall or manifest in unexpected ways. This is where you develop depth, patience, and true trust beyond the initial excitement. Stage 3. The integration. Eventually, co-creation becomes your new normal. The dramatic highs and lows level out into a consistent flow. Creation becomes less about specific outcomes and more about the quality of your experience moment to moment. Stage 4. The embodiment. In the final stage, you no longer practice co-creation because you've become it. Your very presence rearranges reality. Your thoughts manifest quickly. Your energy heals and transforms. You operate as a conscious extension of universal intelligence. Just as every person has unique fingerprints, every soul has a unique co-creative signature. Your particular blend of talents, perspectives, experiences, and energies creates a specific way of interacting with the universe. Some people are natural manifestors who quickly bring ideas into form. Others are healers who transform energy wherever they go. Some are inspirers who awaken possibility in others. Some are harmonizers who create balance and beauty. Your co-creative signature isn't better or worse than anyone else's, it's uniquely yours. The more you embrace your specific way of co-creating, the more powerful and effortless your creations become. Discovering your signature involves noticing. What comes easily to you? What activities make you lose track of time? What do people consistently thank you for? When do you feel most aligned and powerful? Your signature is where your personal joy meets the universe's need for expression. When you live as a conscious co-creator, you become a walking, talking revolution. Your very presence challenges the old paradigm of struggle and limitation. Your life becomes living proof that a different way is possible. People may not understand what's different about you, but they'll feel it. They'll be drawn to your energy, your peace, your effortless effectiveness. You won't need to preach or teach, your being will be the message. More importantly, you make it easier for others to remember their own co-creative power. Each person who awakens to this reality creates a crack in the collective illusion of powerlessness. Your liberation contributes to universal liberation. The universe placed you in this exact moment to remember your power, not as a one-time event, but as a continuous unfolding. Not as a destination to reach, but as a reality to inhabit. You began this journey wondering why you were here. You discovered you were placed here deliberately. You learned to receive the universe's deliveries. You stepped into co-creation. And now, you stand as the conscious creator you were always meant to be. But this isn't the end. It's a new beginning. The partnership between you and the universe is eternal, evolving, and endlessly creative. There are always new horizons to explore, new creations to manifest, new depths to discover. The microphone is always live. The canvas is always waiting. The partnership is always available. You are no longer who you were when you began this journey. You are awake. You are empowered. You are co-creating with the cosmos. Now, the real magic begins.